Today, I'm taking you on a trip to Flamingo Land, located in the northeast of England, where we'll be launching, dangling, twisting, turning, spinning, going upside down, as well as meeting some amazing animals in their award-winning zoo. Flamingo Land has a special place in my heart, as I used to go there every year with my family for a holiday while I was growing up. We chose a weekday to visit in September 23 and arrived to an extremely quiet theme park, as you can see. We're at Flamingo Land, which is in the northeast of England. It's a beautiful day, as you can see. So hopefully it's going to be a quiet day. Operations are going to be good. All the rides, fingers crossed, will be open. I've got permission to film on ride as well, so hopefully it's going to be a good day. Let's go! The first ride of the day had to be my favourite one at the park, Velocity. Velocity is the UK's only bike launch roller coaster manufactured by Vekoma, and I love it. The tallest and fastest of its kind, with a speed of 54 miles per hour. The ride is a little bit on the short side, and I do still miss Thunder Mountain, a childhood favourite of mine. Nevertheless, I could enjoy this launch sitting on a motorbike all day. Have fun riding Velocity with me, with this front row POV. Right, apart from Dragster. Yeah, it's exactly like Dragster, just a quarter of the speed.
Well, yeah,
no. What do you think? Very good. Next, it had to be Flamingo Land's newest roller coaster, Sik, sponsored by the clothing brand Sik Silk. Yes, not actually sick, guys. The park was still quiet at this point, as you can see. Sik was manufactured by Intamin and is a more modern version of the 10 inversion roller coaster, one of them being at Thorpe Park. This coaster has 5 different types of inversion, including a loop, cobra roll, corkscrew, and 5 heartline rolls. The heartline rolls are my least favourite part of the ride, but other than that, it's a good, solid, smooth roller coaster with a great atmosphere in the station. The lap bar restraints really do add to the experience. I do miss the corkscrew, as again I have a lot of awesome childhood memories riding it, but Sik is definitely an improvement. Let's have a ride. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. After a ride on Sik, we then made our way to Cliffhanger. one of my favourite rides at the park despite being scared of heights. On the way you have Navigator on the right, which is a Zamperla Mega Disco ride, the first of its kind in the world. I did have a quick ride on this before heading to Cliffhanger as there was no queue, but I wasn't keen. I endure spinning less and less with every year I get older. I remember loving it as a kid though. Cliffhanger is one of my favourite SNS shoot and drop towers that I've ever been on, and I've been on a few, including the 300-foot power tower at Cedar Point. Cliffhanger stands at 180 foot and launches up the tower before taking you to the top, only to be dropped as well. I've not been on another shoot and drop tower that offers as much fun as this one. It's just a shame that I'm so frightened of waiting around at the top before plummeting to the ground. Come and experience it with me, but you'll have to forgive me screaming in terror. It's genuine. I don't know why I do it to myself. I don't mind the shooting up, it's the shooting down I don't like. I've just got to hold on really. Oh my god, it's high! Oh, it's high. Ah. Yeah, it was. How'd you feel?
Okay.
Very good. Did you guys have fun? Great stuff. Let's get moving. I asked my husband which ride he wanted to go on next, and he surprised me by pointing to the big blue one in the distance. I said, "Are you sure you want to try this?" as he's still getting used to certain types of roller coasters. He said yes, so off we went. Kumali is a custom suspended looping roller coaster manufactured by Vekoma and replaced one of my all-time favourite roller coasters, the Bullet. The Bullet was a Schwarzkopf launch coaster and it was fabulous. I'm really sorry Flamingo Land, but I will always love the Bullet more than Kumali, and I've even still got my old mug I purchased when I was 10 years old. Kumali sits at a height of 117 feet and is actually named after the leader of the park's Lion Pride. The ride reaches speeds of 56 mph where riders can experience G-forces of up to 4.7 G. The ride includes a vertical loop, 0 G roll and a cobra roll which suspends you over the lake. I do love the African music of this ride and can just about hear it toward the end of my front row POV. Enjoy the ride and see you when we get off.
Hold on tight and hold tight.
Yeah, I've never been on the front. I suppose I've been, well, I'm quite frightened to be honest because it's slow going up and it's quite high. Like, I do have a fear of heights even though I like the big rides. I suppose it's just over fast. What? I can't hear you. Yeah, it's not on. Ah! Just watch where you're going. we go. You alright? Well done. I'm impressed. Well done. After Kumali, my husband decided he needed a bit of a break, so I took the opportunity to get in line for Mumbo Jumbo as the ride hardly had a queue. Mumbo Jumbo is a roller coaster manufactured by S&S with a 112-degree vertical drop, which saw the ride enter the record books as the world's steepest roller coaster made from steel, which it held until 1st of July 2011. This is such a fun little coaster. I remember watching the opinions of this coaster from Coaster Studios. There's nothing wrong with it and rides just the same as I remember, smooth and snappy. I was on my own for this one, guys, so take a seat next to me while we ride on the front row of Mumbo Jumbo. After Mumbo Jumbo, we decided to head to the Dino Stone area of the park where we had to walk through the splash zone area. The husband dared me to run through one of the fountains, and while I was ducking out of the way, I got splashed in the face by a spout that had a broken nozzle. Thanks, husband. In this area, you also have Splash Battle, which in all honesty, I've not actually been on yet, purely due to the fact whenever I visit Flamingo Land, it's cold. There is also Flip Flop, a swing ride manufactured by Fabry. I used to love this flat ride and it definitely looks the part in the Splosh area, but with the ride not swinging as high as it used to, I no longer enjoy it as much. The kiddies do still love it though. With the park being so quiet, I did grab a quick ride just because I hadn't been on it for so long. There are also a few kiddie rides in this area, including the Dino Roller, which I remember riding as a child and used to be located near the corkscrew, where Sik stands now. Dino Stone has a few rides, including Pterodactyl, which is a large swing manufactured by Soriani. I hate these rides and always panic, so I gladly gave this one a miss. There is also Twistosaurus, a spinning family roller coaster manufactured by Zamperla. It's a fun little coaster despite its small compact size, where you can get some really good spinning if the weight distribution is just right. I was the only one in my cart, so as you can see, I was spinning quite badly. After Dino Stone, we made our way to the Muddy Duck Farm area, walking past the Go-Gator, another ride from my childhood, and a beautiful owl carving, as well as the Little Monsters Dark Ride. Now, I have fond memories of this ride with my sisters, but unfortunately, it's looking a little tired. Nonetheless, it was really good to get back on it for nostalgia purposes, and the man-eating plant didn't scare me this time. Unfortunately, despite my best efforts, Dave escaped from the stocks. Bye! We made it to the other end of the park, which houses the Muddy Duck Farm as well as a few kiddie rides and monorail. The monorail takes you back to Flip Flop. There is a tractor ride for the kids, a few different farm animals such as donkeys, and there are also peacocks meandering around this side of the park, which are stunning. This area also contains the mansion house and tea rooms, as well as the merry-go-round. The mansion house is a Georgian family home which Flamingoland states is responsible for establishing the foundations of Flamingoland today. The mansion house offers an array of services including tea, coffee, cakes, draft beer, as well as Prosecco. One of the entrances to the zoo is in this area, so we decided to have a break from the rides and walk around the animals. The boardwalk area is very nicely done with an array of beautiful carvings dotted about the park. The penguins are particularly beautiful. The zoo has many different types of animals, including the penguins, which are my personal favourite. I could watch these guys swimming and playing all day. There are flamingos, which are a must in a place called Flamingoland, and kangaroos. The walkways are very nicely done and much different to the last time I visited this area of the park. There are also the baboons, which were my mum's favourite. They're always up to mischief, with the younger ones regularly play fighting. I just miss this little guy somersaulting off the log. We decided to have a ride on the Zooom monorail, which took you around Monkey Island so we could get a better view of the monkeys. I hadn't been on this monorail for years. We also got to see the Siberian tigers, which were absolutely stunning, as well as the camels, which were sunbathing. Everyone was chilling out in the sunshine. In the Lost Kingdom area of the park, which is still part of the zoo, there's also the Lost River ride, which is undergoing some significant changes, as well as zebras, gazelles, giraffes, rhinos, cheetahs, and hippos. Cue another beautiful sculpture of a hippo. I felt so lucky to see the hippos up close, as they're usually under the water whenever I've visited the enclosure in the past. In the middle of the Lost River ride was the lion enclosure, but unfortunately they were moved due to the ongoing work happening at the water ride itself, so I didn't get to see them this time around. There are so many more animals to see in the zoo area that I haven't covered here, so it's well worth visiting in addition to the theme park. I personally think the park needs 2 days to fully experience what they have to offer. I grabbed a quick ice cream from one of the stalls located near the Lost River ride while the husband checked out the Land Rover. Then we made our way past Voodoo to head towards Zooom. Zooom is a unique suspended family roller coaster manufactured by Zamperla, and this was actually the first time I gave it a ride. Perfect for kiddies, which is what the ride is aimed at. But as you can imagine, a little too tame for my liking, although still a unique experience sitting in a plane on a roller coaster. I make it time for another ride on Cliffhanger, my favourite flat ride at the park, and I really do recommend it, particularly if they're running the shoot and drop cycle. It was getting toward the end of the day, and as you can see, the park was still very quiet. I decided last minute that I'd go and give Hero a go, although it's definitely not my favourite ride at the park. Hero is a suspended roller coaster manufactured by Zamperla, and I have to be honest, I don't like it. It's quite rough and uncomfortable, and I don't think I'll ever grow to like it. Okay, that wasn't as bad as I remember it, but oh my god, it was still bad. I very much miss the wild mouse that once stood in its place, but I suppose I'm a bit biased in that respect, as I have so many fond memories as a child riding it with my family. After Hero, we headed to the train station platform and waited for the train to arrive. The train is a little on the slow side, but it was nice to take the weight off our feet while making our way around some of the animals again. We even caught a glimpse of the hippos out of the water. You don't appreciate how big they are until you see them on land. The day was coming to an end, so as a last ride of the day, I had to make it Velocity, and as you can tell, I made the most of it in the back row and my hands in the air. Oh well, that's the end of our day at Flamingoland. Did you enjoy it, Dave?
It was great. A lot of different things to do with the zoo and the rides.
I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please hit the subscribe button and check out some of my other videos on the channel. Flamingo Land will always hold a special place in my heart due to my childhood, and recommend it to anyone for the unique rides and experiences that they have to offer. There is so much more to see that I didn't explore in this video, and I'm looking forward to paying a visit in 2024. See you there!